Welcome back, YouTube subscribers and YouTube viewers. I'm Rudy, better known as Dirty30 when I'm riding on the road glide across the countryside. As you saw at the end of the last video, I told you I was going to run up to Home Depot and I was going to go ahead and get a 4x8 sheet of birch. And when I had them rip it down the middle and I brought it back here, set it up, traced out underneath from where the dust collection boxes are. And I went ahead and cut that one out because I haven't done this router table install for about 8 years or so. It's been that long, jeez. But anyway, I went ahead and did that first one just so I could remember how I set it up and how I did it. And now I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all how I did it on that first one with doing the second one. So I know I'm moving my arms and hands around real fast and all that. I can't help myself. I don't know. I look like an NPC on a game. We don't have to worry about any more 40-degree days here in Cincinnati. I'm telling you that right now. I probably got degreesies right now, but because it is warm in here, and until I can get me one of those standing AC units or something like that in here, I'm thinking about actually moving the vent out of the laundry room and just redirect it and put it here and here through the ceiling. That way I can get some AC out here, because I'm not putting the wall unit on. I'm not going to knock through the unit, through the brick or anything like that to get an AC unit on the wall. That's just out. I'm not going to do it. I thought about it, but I'm not. It's just too costly, and I'd have to make another mess to do it, which I'm not going to do. So come on along. Remember to hit that like, share, subscribe, and it means a lot to the channel. It means a lot to me. Might not mean a lot to you, but it means a lot to me if you go ahead and hit that like I said. Let's go. All right, this here is a Mobile Solutions GIT'R table router lift. I guess that's the order you would say it. This right here, it comes in handy whenever you have a table router set up because you know it's gonna be nice, stationary. The small tables you can buy at like your hardware stores like Home Depot or Lowe's like that. They're not gonna move around on you. Sometimes you can get larger, small little single cabinets, but I prefer my station to be stationary, you know what I mean? I don't want no movement in it, anything at all. So like I said, you can run the Mobile Solutions and you can get this right here. I think they run about $400 some odd. I'll put the link down in the description for Mobile Solutions as well. Or you can go to Rockler Woodworking, I believe. They have their own version. You don't necessarily have to get it through Mobile Solutions, but Rockler Woodworking, their stuff works just as well. And it looks a little more custom, might I add. So let's go grab that other item that was on the table as well. And this little handy dandy piece right here, this is a, I don't know what you would call it. It's kind of a leveling plate for the actual table router. If you're used to doing anything on any kind of wood surfaces and you're putting screws in and out of it, you know eventually that screw is just gonna spin in that wood. You're gonna degrade the wood, it's gonna turn into mess, and then you gotta go through a whole bunch of stuff. Everybody, you know, get cut, they bleed, then they gotta go to the hospital for tetanus and everything else, but you know, nah, but really, this right here is what I use for actually my template, you know what I mean? I go ahead and I like measure around it because the actual lift, I'm sorry, not the inside, will sit the same shape as this template right here. It's not really a cutting template, that's what I call it, because Mobile Solutions has an actual cutting template, as you can see right here, but I don't feel like getting online and ordering it because I'm trying to get stuff done right now, and I'm not gonna sit here and wait 2-3 weeks for Mobile Solutions to send me a small piece of MDF wood that they already cut out, you know what I mean, from this shape. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna mark up on the tabletop where this goes. router I actually use that's going to be actually installed into that lift. But right now I got the cover case on it with the handles because I need to go down about yay shy of 1/4 of an inch just so I can get this bit right here to go down into the wood. I don't want to cut all the way down in it because I want the router lift to actually sit in it and have a platform to sit on. So if I cut a whole hole out like I did with that when I just traced that, the whole lift would just fall through. So we don't want to do that. So what I have to do is, since I don't have a plunge router, I'm going to go ahead and use this guy here. Has this dial on it, as you can see. And what it'll do is, I don't know if you can see it here on camera, but I can dial it. I don't know if that's, see how I keep dialing, it keeps going lower, or I can turn it the other way and it'll go deeper into the wood. So what I want to do is, I don't want to take a big chunk out of there on the first go around, you know what I mean? So I want to take out just enough so it takes out the wood and it don't make a big cloud of dust in here and I have wood particles everywhere and I don't have my dust collection set up yet. Because normally when you cut anything with a router, you want a dust collection set up and a vacuum so it pulls that dust down, you know what I mean? If you want to get something like an air filtration system that you can put on the ceiling or somewhere else in there, well, that's another video. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do this about 1-2 times. What I'm going to do is do the top lines and the bottom lines first, because since I don't have that template, I can't just go around the whole thing, you know what I mean? So what I'm going to do is just going to do, like I say, the tops right now, and I'll move the straight templates there, take them up, and I'll retape them back to the sides, do those sides, and then because I left my 90-degree small templates at the storage place, instead of driving all the way across town to the storage place to get them, I'm just gonna go ahead and be real careful and go around those curves in order for everything to work right. And once I get it to the right depth, I'll go ahead and put the lift in there, the router lift in there. I'm not going to fix the routers to it just yet because I'm not ready for that point, but I'll put them in there, and that way that part will be somewhat done until we can move on to the rest. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Without a dust collection set up, it can get very meticulous. But if you don't want dust everywhere, you better do it like this. Well, I'm glad I finally got that out of the way. When I tell you this is a dusty job, when you don't have a vac system to collect like wood dust and chips and stuff, that stuff goes everywhere. I mean, you didn't see me spend the last hour with this trusty little blowgun right here on my compressor hose, getting all of the dust out of here. And just think, that's birch. MDF is worse. MDF is like you need a HEPA vac in a room with HEPA vacs all in the corners and stuff. MDF sucks. And with the magic of editing, I am back in here a week later. It was just too hot to stay in here. So that was just a quick, I just wanted to let you know so I don't, I know I'm probably blabbing on a lot, but hey, it is what it is. Anyway, getting back, I'm gonna go ahead and put some 4-inch clear duct hose on the dust collection boxes, but I'm not gonna put much. It's gonna be just a minute amount because what I gotta do is put it on there just so I know where to put the PVC fittings and everything else, which will give me the actual place where I need to actually drill through the cabinets. So with that being said, let's go on back. All right, with this hose being like 10 foot, I don't need to take the whole thing out. I just need to get enough so I can kind of gauge where the PVC is gonna go. Since I don't even have to take it out the box. And believe it or not, that's about all I need right there. And it's easier to cut with the double-sided razor. Because that way when you're going through, if you got a little piece or something like that, you just go down and come back up. And be careful because the double-sided razor will, manipulate your fingers or you will cut yourself. So always be careful with these tools. All right, hopefully I got you all set up where y'all can actually see something. All right, this here, my clear vent hose right here. So what I'm gonna do is, that's the actual factory end right there. Now you can cut that off if you choose. I choose to leave it on there because it gives a little snug fit. It'll be the only snug fit that you'll have unless I go in the box, cut it on the other side, and cut the other end off the other one. But who cares? Not going through all of that. So anyway, you want to put that on. Put it all the way up. Bring it down some. Sorry my hand was in the way, but hopefully you can see through where the actual plastic is on there. So this is like a hard PVC plastic. So it's not like a little cheap flimsy plastic or anything. But when you take your worm clamp here that you can get from Home Depot or Lowe's, you don't have to order it from Mobile Solutions or Rockler or anything. You can get them in any hardware store. What I did, I got the 4-inch one here. So put it up here. And right now, I'm not gonna tighten it. I'm not gonna tighten it to the point where it's too snug, you know what I mean? So, gonna hold it right here. And what you also need to do is find your little 8mm socket or something like that. You could use a flathead screwdriver on the thing, but I find that takes way too long. I could put this on a drill if I chose to, but I don't, like I said, I don't want to snug it up too much. You're probably saying, well, why don't you just take the PVC on the fitting and go up there and just tighten it with like PVC glue or something like that? Well, if I ever want to move locations and I have to take all this apart, I'd have to destroy this box to get that off there. So that's why I use this. All right, what we have here is the diverter PVC 3-inch clean out attachment. I'll explain what that is. And you also have a piece of 3-inch PVC. This will be the first lead here. So this right here will be cut. So some of it fits in here, down in here, and the other part that's on the top here will fit up next to the little clear duct hose that comes down and attaches on it. You can probably picture that. Also, you're gonna need some all-purpose cement, PVC cement, primer, all of the little things that plumbers use, you know. Don't just have to be a plumber to use this stuff. What I'm doing is I got to clean out on this side, so it'll be like so. clean out is here. So just in case something falls down in there, you need to get it out. That's gonna be sealed, so that won't affect the vacuum in any kind of way. The vacuum won't be running anyway when I'm using this, if I have to use it. Because take that out, take a little snake, whatever, push through, get it down wherever, you know, or get something, pull it out, doesn't make a difference. That's what the clean out is for. So let me go ahead and get that started on it. So I got everything hooked up, as you can see, as far as the dust collection. Not everything, I shouldn't have said everything. I still gotta have the actual vacuum unit put in. So right now the A and B part of the dust collection is finished. Next video, I'm gonna be putting in the routers. I'll be putting in the router motors actually. So I'm gonna run those, and I'm gonna run out to IKEA again, and I'm gonna grab some doors, because like I said in the last, or not the last video, a few videos ago, it'll be ugly under there, but you won't see it because I'm gonna have the doors closed, you know what I'm saying? So remember to like, share, subscribe, and thank you for coming back and watching the videos. If you got any questions on anything, I did do a few little tweaks in between takes, you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta go back and kind of touch things, and you know, I got all the way to the end of that last little piece of PVC to put in, and it messed up my work. Had everything, was flawless. It looked seamless going through, no spaces, no nothing. And the damn, sorry y'all, I had a moment. Anyway, remember, like, share, subscribe. Remember to get your discount code at umoyadrivecoffee.com. Go and check them out, you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of coffee, and they got teas and everything that don't make you run to the bathroom and come out 30 pounds lighter, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all don't need to lose weight. You're in shape, you know what I'm saying? So why you have to go and use coffee as a laxative? But this coffee don't make you do that. So go try it out. Get your order straight. But anyway, I'll see y'all on the next video. I think, hey.